Hello everyone and welcome back to more Mystic Destinies because we are back for more Hikaru routes for one last time because I, being a little bit of a dumbass, totally did not realize that, we have this epilogue here for us ready to go because I'm just so, I'm so conditioned to buying the epilogues for all the other rest of the routes that I just totally forgot that, Hikaru is a special case. So anyways, last episode, we basically finished off on Hikaru's main story, so book 2 concluded, got his passionate and got his dark end. So yeah, that's it. Which is funny enough because we didn't get much of his mystic end unless we see a little bit more here, right? Yes, I'm kind of scanning over the words here, the little blurb that we got going on. So let's see. So several months after you finished your time travel adventures, you once again get pulled into a divine conflict. Really? Reunite with the gods to tie up loose ends and find out what the true nature of the connection between you and Hikaru is in the finale to Mystic Destinies Serendipity of Aeons. Oh my god. Okay, anyways. So yes, so that's great because afterwards, when I took a step back from finishing up his storyline, I was kind of wondering. I was like, yeah, when are we ever going to figure out or find out if what's it called? If Galen is able to bring back Mikoto's long dead lover, whom I forgot his name. Tokyo! Yes, Tokyo! I wonder if he is able to successfully do that. Anyway, so let's get started then. So read the story. So I don't feel alone anymore because of you. With this little quote here. So let's read story. Let's go. Epilogue! Yes! The thing I stupidly missed out on. Yes, so anyways. So it's Christmas Eve. Okay, wow. Hikaru and I have been seeing each other for a little over 2 months. There we go. Oh my god, a little bit of a hiccup here. So we usually try to only meet up on weekends. But what? Though occasionally I will catch Hikaru staring at me in class or giving me little smiles. Aw, that's cute. And I also have to mention, just because the nature of which Hikaru's story played out, we didn't really get to romance him all that much. We only got to really get to start into it once everything was said and done. And even then, it was just there wasn't much off of that. So anyways, I hope there's some development between these two. God. So still, we keep it low key. Okay. I don't really want to become the most hated girl on campus. Today, though, I'm waiting outside to meet up with Hikaru. Okay, so he came in to do some work before he officially starts the holiday break. This is the first time I've had a Christmas Eve date in ever. Lucky you, because I've yet to have one. Whatever. It's not like I'm salty about it. I wonder where we're going to go. In truth, Hikaru is pretty much an ideal boyfriend. Is he now? He takes me out on dates to all kinds of places and in general is very mature and relaxed. Ooh, wow, okay. Sounds like hashtag Bay goals. Okay. So he's always interesting conversation, discussing history or philosophy with me. Or if I ask, he'll tell me about his adventures, and he's a complete gentleman most of the time, quote unquote. Except for the one-off comment or tease, but I don't mind those, right? Just to, keep things spicy, So ideal, except for we haven't even had a real kiss yet, and it's like he's keeping distance between us, right? Because, we look scarily alike his first, longtime crush, Shizuka, right? So we've had a handful of dates, but everything feels kind of perfunctory. Maybe it's the age gap, or maybe he just doesn't really like me. I sigh. I mean, he's not that much older than us, right? Maybe 4 years given. Today, I'm determined to find out. Maybe since it's a special date, Hikaru intends to tell me himself. I don't know. Ready to go? Yes. So I turn to see Hikaru standing there, his laptop bag slung across his body, looking as good as ever. When has this man not looked good? Honestly, I still can't accept the fact that he's mine. Sort of. I swear I've never been this lucky in my life. Although it wasn't like I didn't have to go through a lot to get this far, right? God damn, this man, he really makes you work for him. I smile and nod at him, and he casually takes my hand and begins to lead me to his car. Even though this isn't the first or second time, my heart still speeds up at the feeling of his hand on mine. Oh, isn't that cute? So, as we drive along, I realize we're headed out of the city. Why? I look at Hikaru's relaxed face. Where are we headed? He glances at me. I said I wanted to surprise you, and I asked you if it's okay. Is it not okay? No. Well, no, it is. I just didn't expect it to be happening now. I just expected something more casual, I guess. Then that's your problem for assuming, isn't it? That's true, but you're still not being entirely fair. Who said I would be? I sigh, knowing I'm not going to get the best of Hikaru anytime soon. Instead, I focus on the scenery outside the window. Oh, ooh, are we lodging somewhere? I stare in disbelief at Hikaru's back as he checks into a hotel room. Where? This is what he meant by a surprise? My heart won't stop pounding and my face is burning up simply by standing here. When we had driven to the center of the city and stopped at a nice hotel, I was so stunned that I couldn't bring myself to question it. He had calmly gone to the desk with a small smirk on his face, not explaining a thing. I'm pretty sure this isn't where I think it's going. Not that it needs to be explained, I can guess where this is going. Or can you now? Are you sure? Hikaru turns back to me with 2 room keys and gives me 1. Come on. Okay, 2 room keys. Alright, okay. As he leads me to the elevator, 1,000 thoughts go through my head. But we haven't even had a real kiss yet, nothing more than a peck. Still, it's not like I don't want to be here or don't trust Hikaru. We just haven't gone further yet. I wonder what he's thinking. Not entirely what you think, I'm pretty sure. But as we head into the elevator, I can't seem to bring it up out here. Ooh, what a big bed that is. When we enter the room, I immediately head to the window to check out the view. We're really high up. Damn. Looking down from such a height gives me a sense of vertigo. I sway a little before feeling arms around me. It's a nice view. Yeah. When I'm not feeling like I'm gonna throw up at any point. I'm grateful for the stability, but still uncomfortable without knowing what Hikaru brought me here for. I gently remove myself from his arms and turn around. Hikaru, what? Oh, I forgot to mention, but they said there's a big pool downstairs and a really nice hot spring here. That's nice. Oh, that's good. But Hikaru, maybe this is weird to ask, but why are we here? Is this just like a... Because I want to spend time with you? Oh, is that wrong? No, it's just we haven't really even so much as kissed before. I feel like you're always keeping me at arm's length somehow. And now we're suddenly here? I don't know what to think. Hikaru takes a step back from me, looking uncertain. Then it's my own fault. I mean, I'm not trying to confuse you. I just don't know how to do this right. This? What is this? I mean, relationship. Our relationship? Yeah, it's not that I haven't had relationships before, but they're not as serious as you, girl. Okay, that's what he's trying to say. This is completely different. You're completely different. You are my student. There's a 7-year age gap. Oh, you're my friend's daughter. There's a lot of things making me uncertain of what's right or what's okay. Yeah. I didn't realize he was that much older than us. Jesus. Okay. Maybe it's just me, that's why. I just know that I want to take care of you and protect you and make you happy. Aww. You don't need to feel obligated to do anything more with me. In fact, I don't even know if you feel obligated to be with me just because I saved your life. Oh, no. But if so, you don't need to. Oh, no. I honestly brought you here because I thought you needed some time off after having such a rough few months. I thought maybe you could have some fun and relax on vacation. Since you said your father is out of the country, thinking of you spending the holidays all alone. Hikaru sighs and runs a hand through his hair. I know that pain all too well. I didn't want that for you. Aw, I just wanted to see you relax and smile and not have to worry about anything. And to spend time together, getting to know each other better. But from your perspective, I can definitely see why my intentions would look suspicious. And I'm sorry. Oh no, my only concern and priority is your safety, comfort, and happiness. Not my desire. I mean, I completely understand if you want a separate room. Honestly, I thought about getting separate rooms or beds, but I didn't want to make you feel unwanted either. I'm sorry, I just overthink a lot. Oh no. Hikaru, I wish you had just said all this stuff before, right? You could have just been straight up with me. I don't mind. And no, I'm fine with one bed. I mean, it's a big bed, so. Sorry, I'm not always the best at expressing my feelings, and this is kind of a heavy topic. The time never felt right, not on a casual date or over the phone. That's why I wanted to have an opportunity to really talk like this. I wasn't planning on bringing it up until you had relaxed a bit. Oh no. But now I see that you couldn't when you didn't know my intentions. I sigh and put my arms around Hikaru. Come here. You can be really dumb, you know that? Trust me, I know. I just mean your feelings and worries matter to me too, right? It's a relationship. It takes two. I want to protect you and make you feel happy and comforted too. I look up at Hikaru, taking in every feature of his face as he looks down at me. You're cute. His aqua eyes almost sparkling. We lean in together and get interrupted. Yes, I feel strange all of a sudden, as if I'm both here and far away all at once. Galen, if this is you, I wouldn't know what to do. My surroundings almost seem to fade out in color around me. I feel as if someone is dragging me away from myself, and yet I remain firmly in place. I recognize that my body is in the room, but everything seems off. I suddenly feel very far away, almost as if I were drowsy. I begin to put my hand to my head to try and refocus, but I can't seem to move myself. I want to tell Hikaru what's wrong, but I can see surprise in his own face, and my lips won't move anyway. What the hell is happening? Ouch. I open my eyes to an unfamiliar place. What the fuck? I rub my eyes to make sure I'm not hallucinating being in some grand throne room surrounded by countless cloaked figures. What the heck? My eyes fall on a very familiar figure, derailing that particular train of thought. Haruka? Yes. Hey, you're back! Good to see you, man. Good to see you're back from the dead like Superman. Next to her stands Tsuneka and a man I don't recognize. Yes. Another figure catches my eye, and when I turn, I have to stop myself from gasping. Hikaru stands next to me in his full godly form, not looking too pleased about the situation. Yeah, we were on a vacation. I look down at myself, hovering a little bit above the ground and wearing different clothes. Okay, seriously. What the hell is going on? Galen. Welcome, welcome! Thanks for joining the delightful circus we've been summoned to. A human. Hi, Tokyo. Are they giving her a death sentence already, summoning her here? Nah, don't worry about it. She's more immortal than most of us here. Yes. I should know. I tested it. Yeah. Even still, she can be hurt. Who knows what kind of damage her physical body will receive while she's in the divine realm. I don't understand why we were suddenly dragged here, right? Galen, where are you? Listening to the gods discuss me as if I'm not even here, I realize that this must be the realm of the gods. Yes. Well, you can add that to the places I wasn't expecting to visit today. The man next to Tsuneka, I wonder if that's Tokyo. Yes, it is, the one and only. Which would mean that Galen was able to revive him. I feel so out of it here that I can only quietly listen to the gods speak. Galen is late. The council is getting impatient. They'll be lucky if Grandpa Emo decides to show to this joke at all. That's true. Haruka begins squeezing her hands. She looks toward the front of the room where a man in a white hood stands. Galen didn't do anything wrong. I just hope this all ends quickly. That's right. Trials like this can take years, which is why I'm concerned for the human girl. What? While we stand in the center of the room, the walls are filled with people with glowing eyes in white hooded clothing. Tsuneka throws out her hand, pointing at the one in the front of the room. Alright. Despacito. No. Descasio, are you going to get this farce started or what? I don't got all day. I would think you would be happy to finally be home, Lady Weaver. Lady Weaver, Tsuneka scoffs. Nope, not after what your kind has done to me. My home has never been the divine realm. My home is wherever Tokyo is. Yes, the bureaucratic stench and pretense that fills this place is far more unbearable than any other realm, so I'll take my chances. Nonetheless, we cannot begin the trial without Lord Galen present. A cheerful laugh rings through the throne room, seemingly coming from everywhere all at once. There he is, making an entrance, as always. Oh, Descasio, you never do change. How long has it been? A millennia? And yet you still can't sense me at all. Everyone in the room turns to see the god of chaos floating along in the back of the room. Yes, Galen, of course. Can anyone actually sense him when he doesn't want them to? He's probably messing with that god for his own amusement, and everyone else seems to know it too. Galen glides forward through the air amongst countless whispers and gently lands on his feet next to us. I've been here all along, so you really should brush up on how you greet your guests. Yeah. Greetings, Lord Galen. I shall endeavor endeavor to sense you out better next time. There we go. Everyone's here now, let's get on with it, right? And maybe try to avoid a too Earth Day introduction. Very well. The god summons some strange-looking gold scribbles in the air that I can only assume are words. He begins reading them. Alright. I am Lord Discasio, who will be moderating this trial on behalf of the Divine Council. We are now commanding the trial of the Divine versus the god known as the God Killer and the God of Chaos. What has he done? Brought somebody back to life? He is known to us as Lord Galen. We also hold charges against the Weaver of Time, who is known to us as Lady Suneka. Yes, because she's gone around killing everybody and, you know, distorting time and shit. Suneka folds her arms and closes her eyes, impatiently tapping her finger on her arm. Tokyo puts his hands on her shoulders as Discasio continues speaking. Against these two, we bring forth charges of deicide on 3 counts for the victims Lord Soto, Carabal, and Demetrius. Yeah. In addition, we also charge with collusion to deicide the Keeper of Time, known to us as Lord Tokyo. Yes, we bring also the Walker of Winds, Lady Haruka, and the demigod known to us as Hikaru no Kaze. I almost sigh myself as the long introduction and steady stream of names continues. And yet, I feel like he's holding back on more titles. Yes, kind of like a Daenerys Targaryen kind of moment where she's just Mother of Dragons. What's it called? The Freer Breaker of Chains. And then you know what's it called? What's Khaleesi of the Winds and the Grass Plains and shit. I can't even remember any of them. He isn't actually going to take 2 days, is he? I hope not. Lastly, we charge Lady Hana, a descendant of the God of Chaos. That's me. Also known to her people as the last sorceress with collusion to murder. Who did I kill? Seriously, what did I even do? I got dragged into this mess. I was just trying to survive. Even as I frown, I feel Hikaru's reassuring hand on my back. I will now review the identities and merits of the victims before discussing the identities and merits of the accused. Oh my god. No, you will not. You will get the point and make a decision. Discasio frowns at Suneka, right? We're all very busy people here, okay? Like I ain't got time for this. There isn't a god in this room right now that could take me, much less all of you. We'll abide by your little game for now, but you will go at our pace. Got it? Yes, Suneka. Yes, Hunty. Discasio looks around the room at the other gods who have all begun to murmur. In light of the special circumstances of this trial, I will now move to the questioning. Okay, I will begin with Lady Hana. Oh my gosh. How does that remotely make sense? Begin with those who face the heaviest charges. If you got a problem with me and the emo grandpa, then start with us. Tokyo and the others had nothing to do with this. Suneka is actually defending us? Weird. Well, yeah, because, you know, she was just mad because of the fact that her lover was wrongfully murdered, yes. So I can practically see a vein pop out of Discasio's head as he grinds his teeth. Fine. Beginning with Lord Galen, what do you plead for these crimes? Not guilty? Maybe not guilty? Galen's answer sounds more of a question, one twinge with amusement at that. He's not taking this very seriously, is he? Of course not. I don't think he would. What evidence do you have for this pleading? Well, I will speak first. On the day in question, those 3 gods came to me as friends while I visited a village early in the morning, before anyone awoke. I did not know it, but they harbored murderous intent. Yes, indeed. They had the uneft, and as you know, that is one of the few weapons that may kill a god. While my guard was down, they attacked at once and stabbed me to death. Oh my gosh. Suneka grabs Tokyo's hand and gives it a squeeze. Because I am a child of time, I distinctly remember this event, even though I know it no longer happened. I am proof of the story that Galen is about to tell. Murmurs once again through the room, some outright pointing at Galen. I changed the flow of time just a little. That way, those 3 bloodthirsty fools were the ones to meet their ends in the conflict instead. The uneft simply reacted to their murderous intent. It drew their life force out and consumed them whole. They wanted death, and death they received. Wow, okay. There are gasps at Galen's admission and Suneka's smirks. Oh, so that's how he brought Tokyo back to life. Even if this were true, you still bear the guilt for being the one who changed time. Oh, Hey, are you telling me their lives were more important than Tokyo's? They were the murderers. Yes, if they hadn't been going to kill Tokyo, then it wouldn't... If they hadn't been going to kill Tokyo, then it would have been impossible for them to die, right? It's their own fault. Discashio, yes. Exactly. All we did was mess with the timeline a little. And by bringing Tokyo out of that timeline at the time of his at the time of his would-be murder to this one, we kept human history pretty much intact. Except for the part where I went to different timelines and went back in time. Not to mention the lives that were saved by Tsuneka not killing them. No idea how they ironed that one out, but alright. Okay, so they basically fixed that all. So, yeah, because Tokyo's murder never happened, Tsuneka never had the need to go and mess up the other timelines that we existed in and, like, kill people and shit. So I don't see a problem, right? I did my job. We kept the timelines nice and neat, and the human realm suffered no ill consequences. So, and the murderers killed themselves by accident, which would have happened if they weren't being pricks. Yes. We done here? The crowd's in a state of unrest, and Discashio's mouth opens and closes like a fish, but no words come out at first. He looks towards the crowd for a moment before seeming to come to some kind of decision. Okay. We will need some time to convene and make a final decision. Are you kidding me? Really? But for now, we deem you able to leave the divine realm since there happen to be no malicious intent. Of course not. God. Tsuneka holds up 2 fingers in a victory sign. See you in 100th years then. Bye. Thank you all so much. Yes. With that, Tsuneka strides out of the throne room, Tokyo and the other gods following close behind. Hey, Hikaru and I leave as well, with me floating out. Okay, but can I get back to, like, my vacation? Hello? Like, I expected to be in the hot springs right now and just relax and not think about all this shit. Our unlikely group stops in the courtyard. Looking at everyone here, it finally hits me that I'm not dreaming. I'm really in some totally different realm. But I would love to go back. I look at the giant Tokyo, who isn't anything how I imagined to be, yet somehow is. Right? Same. He notices me staring at him and smiles. I quickly look away, embarrassed. Was there something you wanted to say, Hana? I was just thinking, you look so simply dressed compared to the rest of the gods. Haha. Oh god, I hope I haven't offended him. That's true. I just prefer to wear the simple clothing of the time period I'm in. It's what I like. Oh, I would go naked if it didn't cause so much screaming. I don't think Tsuneka would like that either. I'd let him if the screaming wasn't annoying as hell. Oh wow, okay, wow, shit. Okay, once again, I am reminded how weird gods are. Yep. So I'm sorry you two got pulled into this. No, it's fine. I know Hikaru was planning a lovely date. Mother, why do you know that? I'm watching over you. Well, you know that I watch over you from time to time. Yes, exactly. She did say. Don't worry, I don't peek at anything you wouldn't want me to. Hee hee. Hikaru heaves a deep sigh, and that's when I notice it. The sweat beating upon his brow and the paleness to his skin. Are you okay? Yeah, are you right, Hikaru? You look sick. I'll be fine. Are you sure? How could I have forgotten? I'm such a bad mother. Forgotten what? What? She is referring to the fact that it is physically difficult for demigods to exist in the divine realm. Oh, whoa. And it seems that for some reason Hiki has sealed off some of his divine powers since we left the throne room. Why is that? So that is no doubt making it more difficult. What? Why are you sealing off your What? Why are you sealing off power? And why am I not fatigued too? Yeah, right? Jesus. Or standing on solid ground for that matter. Seeing the way that guy is, I'd guess he's sealing off his power as not to terrify you with his oh-so-spooky true god form. Standing with one hand on her hip, Tsuneka wiggles the fingers of her other hand at me. As for the rest, that's 'cause you're a soul. Oh, he's here physically, so it's a lot tougher on his human half. What? A soul? But what happened to my body? You only have a manifested form because this is how you see yourself. You must have a very strong sense of self to appear as you do now. Oh, well, I guess. Thank you for the compliment. Tokyo laughs, a hearty, warm sound. Just commenting on the facts, my dear. He's so different from Tsuneka that I don't see how they fell in love at all. Right? Opposites attract, I guess. So looking at Hikaru getting paler by the moment, I get frustrated. Okay, we can leave now. But I don't want to diminish what he's trying to do for me either, or embarrass him when he clearly doesn't want to talk about it. Well, we should go then. Yeah, we need to go. As much as I'd love to stay and look around, we have other places to be. Yes, indeed. Going to pick up where you left off before I interrupted you that day? Suneka giggles devilishly, and I don't know what to say. Hey, now, besides that, you shouldn't trust the powers of chaos to keep your body alive in the divine realm. You might not die, but who knows what will happen. Okay, that's chaos after all. Just one last thing before you go. I'm not good at this sort of thing, but she wants to apologize, is that it? I'm sorry for all that I did to both of you. Aw, it's alright, homegirl. I'm in shock. Suneka, a powerful goddess, actually apologizing to me? Galen told me that you have a wish to restore the timelines I helped destroy. Yes! Yes, more than anything. I'll do whatever I can to help. Well, it is Tokyo and I's natural ability to keep the timelines nice and neat. I never cared for that. That was Tokyo's thing. Suneka looks at me with a kind of sincerity that I haven't seen before. All gods are born with a divine purpose they must fulfill, whether big or small. When their soul is mature enough, they find out that purpose. It's just like humans, but on a grander scale. But unlike other gods, all my life I had no home and no purpose. I was the first time god born in many divine years. Chronokinesis is an extremely rare power. Other gods both feared and hated me for it, and for my personality too. I didn't want to have anything to do with divine order. But I wasn't ambitious enough to go screw around with chaos like Grandpa over there did. I simply drifted along for a long time, until I found Tokyo. In him, I found my home. Aw, but I still had no purpose. Tokyo enjoyed straightening out the little kinks in timelines, and I didn't. I just felt like I was meant for something more. Hana, Hikaru, Galen, and even the little bunny Haruka. Even though I did many terrible things in my lifetime before and after meeting Tokyo, he has always accepted me back. But I think I know what my divine purpose is now, my destiny, and I want to embrace that. I didn't think it was possible, but maybe just like humans, gods can grow too. I will use all of my power to restore the timelines and stop the corruption that is spreading through them. Aw, corruption? I'll work alongside Galen and Tokyo both to pay penance for my actions and fulfill my purpose. Okay? Okay, you do you, girl, you do you. But the only law I'll answer to is my own. Yes, and that is how I'll live my life. How I've always lived my life, now and forever. Suneka falls silent after her monologue, and Tokyo puts an arm around her and draws her closer. But Suneka still stares at me with fiercely burning eyes, and I solemnly didn't know what solemnly, I didn't know she was capable of. Yes. Yeah, I slowly nod. I can respect all of that. With 3 gods working on this, I don't know if there's a way I can help, but I'll definitely do whatever I can if you need me. The same goes for me. If there's anything I can do, I'll help. I, of course, will stay by Suneka's side for as long as I can. I hope I can help guide her as she guides me. Suneka puts a hand on Tokyo's chest and looks up at him. If you ever go anywhere, I'll go with you. I spent 500 years dreaming of you and waiting to be reunited with you. So I'm definitely not doing that again. Yes, aw. I think you're all amazing. I'll continue to fulfill my own divine purpose as well. What is yours, Haruka? Helping to manipulate the flow of winds on Earth, of course. It may not be much, but it's what I can do. And watching over the 2 of you. Aw. I'll always be on your side. I'll send you both home now. Okay, thank you. It's ill-advised to stay in the divine realm for too long after all. Yes. Wait, Galen. Yes? I just want to say, even though you've been irritating me for years now, and catfishing me for like 49 times, I am truly grateful to you. I owe you and Hana everything. Thank you. Hikaru gives Galen a deep bow. Galen cocks his head to the side curiously, then nods. Alright, our important matter discussed, I look at an ailing Hikaru and we quickly say our goodbyes. The last thing I see is Galen's now familiar glowing green eyes. And when I come to, I'm on the floor! Wow, thanks. Being held up by Hikaru, who's peering into my face weirdly. Are you alright? I sit up on my own and try to assess myself. My head kind of hurts. I can't stop myself from wincing. But if I tell Hikaru, he'll only worry. Hikaru touches the side of my head with a sad look in his eyes. You're hurt. No, I'm fine. Just a little, I guess. Must have hit my head when I went unconscious. I guess I can thank gods for that, huh? Hikaru just shakes his head and his hands begin to glow slightly. I feel an incredibly gentle probing feeling and warmth in the spot that hurts before the pain leaves altogether. Hikaru opens his eyes. It was just a small injury, no need for healing. Right, I can just take a Tylenol, it'll be good. It doesn't take much out of me. You know that healing relies more on your strength than mine. Besides that, it's my job to protect and take care of you. Aww. I find myself blushing deeper as Hikaru helps me stand up. Well, thank you. As I finally get a better look at Hikaru, though, I notice that he still looks pale. Yeah, but don't forget, it's my job too. Are you okay? Yeah, yes, just need to take it easy. Earth feels so much better for me. Oh, does that mean it's difficult for the god inside you too, to be on Earth? It's easier to be a god in the divine realm, if that's what you mean. But he's a lot stronger than my human self, so he's fine here comparatively. Oh, you should rest then. Sorry, I can't. I made plans. Hikaru, don't worry. Just casual ones. Okay, I wanted to take you out to see the Christmas lights. Aww. Oh, right. Couples like to do that around Christmas, don't they? Yes. It's just walking. I'll be fine. Okay. Besides, being around you gives me more energy than lying down ever could. Aw. Happy to help then. With that settled, Hikaru and I leave the room to go check out the lights. Yay. Aw, this is pretty. So the temperature has dropped quite a bit since earlier. When Hikaru and I get to the nearest Christmas tree, there are plenty of couples around. I'm easily taken in by looking at all the beautiful sparkling lights against the backdrop of the night. Even though it's chilly, the atmosphere is warm from seeing so many couples and families around. I shiver when a particular cold breeze blows through me, and I shiver. Haruka, can you fix that? A second later, I feel Hikaru's arms and warmth around me. His head rests on my shoulder, his cheek against mine. Aww. I glance at his face, but his own eyes are closed. He looks content, at peace. Seeing him like this relaxes me as well. I rest my head against his and close my eyes. We stay like this for a few moments before I hear Hikaru whisper in my ear. Look, what? I open my eyes. Oh, it's snowing! That's so romantic! Oh, to see that it's now snowing. I gasped. I haven't seen snowfall in so long, and I've seen it for 5 days straight now, so you want to switch places with me, girl? I look up at the sky in astonishment, and that's when Hikaru steals a kiss from my lips. Oh, you! You smooth fella. It happens and ends so fast that I'm left in shock. I'm shook. I say sorry, but you just looked really cute. You do it again? Come on. Give me a little bit more to work with. Without hesitation, Hikaru obliges, and this time our cold lips meet for much longer. As we begin to warm up, my heart speeds up. The kiss gets deeper for the first time. I find myself clutching at his jacket, and eventually it's Hikaru who pulls away, blushing. Maybe we should go. Yeah, I can only bring myself to nod vigorously as my face burns as hot as the sun. I just hope that none of the families around us saw us go at it like we did. Hikaru and I leave the area, gloved hand in hand. Gloved hand in gloved hand. Gosh. So when we get back to our room, Hikaru starts looking at his smartphone for a place for us to have dinner at. I look out the window shivering. No matter what I try, I can't seem to get warm. Oh, Hikaru. I know a pretty good way to warm myself up, if you know what I mean. Hikaru looks up when I sneeze and grab for a tissue. Oh wait, let me just deal with this runny nose first. Are you catching a cold? I hope not. I don't know, I don't think so. I'm just really cold. I am too, actually. I guess going out into the cold while exhausted wasn't the best idea. Nah, it's harder to warm up when your body is tired. Where I lived last year wasn't this cold, so I guess it's taking a while for me to get used to it. I look at Hikaru, who has fallen suspiciously silent. His eyes quickly turn back to me. There is a hot spring here, like I mentioned. Maybe we could just stay in tonight and you could warm up there. I'll order dinner after. Oh, why don't you come with me? You don't want to go? I've never actually been to one before, so I'm nervous to go alone. So come with me. There's a side for mixed bathing here, and the owner told me we were free to use it however we liked. So maybe you could use it with a swimsuit, or so I could go with you if you wanted. But I don't have a bathing suit or anything. Oops, forgot about it, cause you didn't tell me we were gonna go to a place with a hot spring. Come on. For the first time, Hikaru looks completely speechless, like he doesn't know what to do. We could go together anyway, just forget it. Oh, come on. We're both grown adults here. We could just go together anyway? Are you sure? I mean, I won't look or anything. Yeah, which is why I trust you, which is why we should just go. The hot spring is pretty big, yes. I just want you to be able to enjoy it, especially if you're cold and tired. It's a very soothing experience. Yeah, so it's fine. We're a couple. Whatever happens is fine. I trust you, right? Oh, Yes! Hikaru looked away, spacing out before suddenly standing up, not letting me see his face. Okay then, let's go. Yes, let us go. We've both washed off separately, and Hikaru even turned around while I entered the hot springs. Staying carefully below the water, I make my way over to Hikaru to talk. Okay, you can turn around now, and I'll turn the other way as well too. Neither one of us is showing anything vital, but somehow both of us still seem embarrassed. I try not to stare too much at Hikaru's broad shoulders or toned arms. But damn. Are you sure this is okay? I heard that normally this isn't allowed. I asked the front desk and they let me rent it out for the whole hour. Wow, since it's late and not many people want to try it in winter. But since no one is here, using magic to keep us warm when we get out should be fine. As for the swimsuit thing, I was told to use it however we like, so... You mentioned you know the owner. Hikaru nods. I know the owner of this chain. He's the one who recommended this place to me. Oh, granted, after what we've been through, meeting him felt a little odd. Why? Who is he? Katsunosuke Kasuyama. Oh! I immediately recognize the name. Instantly, it brings back some memories I'd rather have forgotten. Hikaru clearly sees the emotions on my face and nods. I met him for the first time in this timeline at a bar. We got to talk about different things, and it turns out his family owns quite a few hotel and spa chains. Right, that is true. That's when he said he's a big fan of using onsen with women and suggested we use this however we like. He said he doesn't restrict their use much. Not a big fan of rules apparently. With women. But seriously, I just brought you here to soothe your body and mind. I mean to have the water do that. So you had no other intentions? No. Although maybe I had some hopes. I guess I'd be lying if I said I didn't have some hopes too. Hana, there's something I need to tell you, and now seems a good time as any. Okay. When you say that so seriously, it makes me nervous. But yes, okay, you can tell me anything. Ooh, we're getting steamy, quite literally, and, metaphorically. And unexpectedly, Hikaru reaches for my hand. He pulls me closer just a little bit too hard, making me fall against him, my body close to his. Feeling our bodies against one another, my face flushes with heat. But seeing the intense look in his eyes, I find that I can't move away. I don't want to, of course not. And so I hold on to him without thinking. Looking into your eyes like this, it seems like it's so much harder to speak now. So I'll just say that I love you. Wow. It took me very long to say that I'm sorry. No. I was afraid of a lot of things about what we are, how we're different, what people would think of us. No, fuck them. What was right, what was wrong. I thought about it too much and lost sight of what's important. But going to the divine realm today made me remember that none of those things matter. Yes, it has nothing to do with who we are. Or our souls are the same regardless of anything that life has dictated for us. It's both who you are inside and what you do that counts. Exactly. That's why I fell in love with you. Oh, I can only hope I'm worthy of you as well. Nope, shut up. Let me just kiss you. I interrupt Hikaru with a deep and passionate kiss of my own. Yes, rather than using words, I try to affirm my feelings about what Hikaru said with my body. I try to affirm how grateful I am that he sees me for myself, that he's giving me a chance even though he has so many doubts, and how much I love him too and hope that I can continue to be worthy of him as well. These are all the feelings that we try to share through our passionate night. Through our passion that night. So completely entwined with each other that the rest of the world melts away. Ooh, what did we have, like hot spring sex? Oh, we got a final chapter too. Okay, we gonna do this. Yes. So it's been 1 week since you looked at me. Okay, it's springtime. The end of March is to be exact. Oh, come now. Don't do this to me now. It's been half a year since all the crazy incidents, and I'm thankful not to have seen any gods in almost 4 months. Yay! Well, aside from the one that we want to see, which is Hikaru. Yeah, other than Hikaru, of course. Today, Hikaru and I are on a special trip. Where are we going? By now, Hikaru has told me many stories of his past. Of his loneliness upon waking to find nearly everyone he had ever known and cared about dead, and the world changed completely. Yes. I sensed, come on, don't do this to me. I sensed a deep sadness in him. Though I know I can't bring anyone back, I asked
him if he had at least visited the places he missed so dearly.
or tried to find the graves, or at the least fates of those he lost. He told me that he had tried to find out what became of their lives, but he was never brave enough to go to those places and see what time had wrought. So I had suggested an outing of this kind. On this chilly spring day, we had dressed in traditional clothing and we set out towards where Miyazawa village once was. Okay, there we go, I figured. So to reach closure about Sienna if she had survived the long years. Alright, so Hikaru and I walked through the carefully preserved town, having come back from the town's graveyard further out. Alright, so... Oh, you even grew out your hair! You even grew out your hair for it! I'm sorry we couldn't find Sienna's grave. It's alright, it's been 500 years after all. Yeah, right? Jesus. Anything could have happened to her. We walk quietly, side by side, our hands brushing against each other's occasionally. Before we leave the town, Hikaru and I give a bow to the Kitsune statue as is required for visitors of the village. As I open my eyes, I notice writing at the base of the statue. I tug at Hikaru's sleeve and point to the writing. Look, Hikaru. What? The writing talks about the village's beliefs in Kitsune. Yes, I notice a line in particular that says their nine-tailed Kitsune deity blesses the most devout believers with a very long life. Much like the Kitsune itself. So do you believe that's true? I mean, it's a happy thought. Hikaru shrugs and gives me a small smile. Could be. There's a lot about this world I don't know. I'd certainly like to think that Sienna is out there exploring the world like she always wanted to. Hikaru bends down. He places the flowers we brought from the nearby field for Sienna's grave at the base of the Kitsune statue instead. Did you love her? I guess so, at some point. Hikaru stands up straight. Sienna was impossible not to love, yes. She tried very hard to help everyone she could, and even though she had her own problems, she always was kind and honest with me. She always treated me well. So yes, she was the first person I felt something more than platonic toward. But if you're asking about romantic love, I'm not sure. Things didn't get that far. Yes, my only regret is that I didn't get to come back and see her again like I promised. But if she's out there, we'll meet again someday, I'm sure of it. I nod. If there's anything I've learned in the past year, it's that anything is possible. Right. With that, the two of us head out of the village. Our next stop is the cave where Hikaru was sealed. I still have nightmares about it. Hikaru wanted to bring me back there in a more positive light, hoping that maybe it would help. Right, because we can make new memories with it, you know? We now stand before the cave, but I hesitate. Do you want to go in? Not really. Then that's all the more reason we should go. Really? Come on. Okay. I enter the cave, tense alongside Hikaru. Fear courses through me. I move closer to Hikaru and grab onto his arm. He looks down at me with surprise, but then his expression softens to a gentle smile. Blech. So it's fine, there's no one here. Well, except for that big hole that, Shizuka talked about that everyone kept, tripping in, and dying. See? Hikaru holds out an orb of light that illuminates the cave. I look around and see that there is indeed no one there. The only sound is that of something dripping further in the cave. Well, that's definitely much more soothing than the sound of the screaming, insane goddess resonating through the cave, yes. And so you woke up here all alone. I'm so sorry. I felt so much guilt leaving you back then, too. It had to be done. In the original timeline, Shizuka felt the same way. I nod. I could tell that she did. She told me that, too. But she's stronger than me. She's the one that told me not to try and save you. I don't know. I think you two just have different kind of strengths. Oh, okay. There's strengths and kindness too. Not everyone can be as self-sacrificing as you. He reaches out and touches my hair lightly before offering me his hand. I take it and we make our way out of the cave together. As I walk into the field with Hikaru, I remember the last time I was here was when I was upset. With Shizuka, yes. This is where we truly said goodbye. Mother and I. All those memories I made back in your past with Shizuka, they sort of overwrote the bad way our relationship has ended before. Yes, colored them differently, I guess. The knowing why she did the things she did, I mean. I didn't realize that until now, but that pain in my heart feels like an old healed over scar now. I'm really happy to hear that, right? That was one wound I didn't think I could heal. I mean that in an emotional way, but both ways work too, yeah. Just the fact that you even wanted to try makes me happy, so Admittedly, I do wonder if he just wanted us to make up because he cared about Shizuka so much. Ugh, no. I squashed down that thought immediately. I've never been brave enough to ask about his feelings on the whole ritual thing, and I'm not sure when I will be. Of course I did. I wanted to try as soon as you told me. I just feel guilty for treating you so harshly after you had gone through all that. I giggle. We could have a regrets party with all the guilt we're kicking around. Hikaru laughs. I guess you're right. Perhaps it's best not to dwell too much on the past. I agree, we can't change the past, exactly, and it's only by acting in the present that we can change the future. We stand looking over the peaceful field for a little while before Hikaru turns to me. Hana, there's somewhere special nearby I want to show you. Is it the cherry blossom place? Do you want to go? Oh? Of course, lead the way. Hand in hand, Hikaru leads me down a different path this time. Yes, cherry blossoms, because what period kind of walk timepiece tour that we're taking is not complete without a little bit of cherry blossoms. Hikaru takes me to a place that's filled with sakura trees. A place very much like I had been with my mother. I look around quietly, taking in the beauty of the place. Do you like it? Yes, I do. I love it. I spent some time with my mother talking in a place very much like this one. Oh, on the mountainside. Yes, I nod. We're not far from there, actually. I wandered through here by accident when I woke back then. It was a bit of calm amongst all the confusion in my soul. The trees were in bloom then, too. So I guess it's been a full 4 years since I was unsealed. You've done well for yourself, right? I hope so. I'd like to think I made my father proud. Hikaru, if you don't mind me asking, how did your mother and father meet? Yeah, I would love to know that story. Hikaru chuckles. It's a simple love story. One day my mother was walking along a mountain path in the earth realm. My father, Serio, saw her fall right off when the ground crumbled beneath her feet. He had no idea she was a goddess, so he ran over and grabbed her hand as she was hanging off the ledge. He was shocked when she floated upward to her feet and revealed herself to be a goddess. Of course, she's like, I got it, it's okay. She was touched by his selflessness, and the two began to talk and become friends. Aww. They met every so often over the course of a year and fell in love. Aww. That's when they had me. But my mother knew that she was a goddess and couldn't stay in the earth realm to take care of me. Unfortunately, it's against the rules, and she had already broken them by conceiving me. So she left me in my father's care. Although they loved each other, she knew it couldn't last. She convinced him to let her go and find a wife of his own and my other mother. Okay, I was blessed. She was a kind woman and treated me as her own, and my father loved her dearly. But I know in my heart that he always loved my mother Haruka as well, and she him. I just wish I could have said goodbye to my parents. Hikaru falls silent in thought. I reach out and touch his arm. It might be bittersweet, but it seems like a happy story overall to me. I'm glad you were able to grow up so loved with 2 wonderful mothers, right? And I'm sure one day you'll be able to see your father again. I'm sure Haruka must have told him and everyone what happened to you anyway. You're right, I never had the opportunity to ask her. No, that's not true. Maybe it's that I was afraid. But I'm sure she watched over everyone I loved and informed them for me. I'm so grateful to have my mother. And I can't fully regret what happened in the past anymore, because I was able to meet you. Even though I'm not Shizuka? Of course not! You're your own person, yeah? Especially because you're not. I can see why you loved her though. I'm glad that I got to know the real her. I think she was an amazing, kind woman. I wish that she had been like that towards me all her life. Hikaru frowns. Well, if she wasn't, then I think it's because she was trying to emotionally distance herself from you, right? I mean, it makes sense. Lady Shizuka was such a kind-hearted woman, but she was strong enough to do the things that needed to be done. She was probably trying to ready herself for the emotional burden of the ritual. I don't know how she changed in 500 years, but she was probably at her wit's end. Knowing her and knowing you, though, I'm sure that she came to love you anyway. Hikaru, you're making me cry! Thank you so much! You once said you wanted to be a hero to someone someday, but you are already a hero to so many people. And now you're a hero to me as well. I don't know where in the world she is or if she's even still alive, but I pray I see her again someday and that we can start over. I hope you do too. I hope that I can apologize to her at that time as well. I give Hikaru's hand a tight squeeze. With our long lives ahead of us, if she's still alive, I'm sure we'll find her again. Hikaru nods. I feel happier than ever, but there's still something bothering me. What? But what did you mean by especially because I'm not her? about that, what? I have something I want to tell you. What? Hikaru places his thumb under my chin, making me look up. What? He smiles at me. Hey now. You're my other half. My true other half. What? I confirmed it with my mother, but I could feel it since I laid eyes on you. What? Are we soulmates? Really? We're meant to, and we're destined to be together with Hikaru? Really? That's the real reason you felt familiar to me, not because of who you looked like. That's the real reason one of my soul fragments was able to attach to yours. Our souls were once part of the same soul, so I recognized it as being close to mine. Really? If you want to get technical about it, I guess you could say that our energy vibrates at similar frequencies. But that was the real reason I had strong romantic feelings for Shizuka. She was what I lacked as a person, but she also was so similar to you, who would be my true soulmate. Yeah. This proves that you have a unique soul of your own. Shizuka may have cloned her body, but your soul is your own as much as mine is. Well, maybe that wasn't the best example because you are part of me and I am part of you. Hikaru, this is very technical, but I don't care. I'm just happy that I'm just so touched that I am your soulmate. Well, you may not be my soulmate in every timeline, you always have been here. Oh, okay. So, though I used to think it was because you looked like Shizuka, I've loved you from the moment I saw you. Wow, you're so romantic. God, I hated myself for that, and I hated you for the way you made me feel. I'm sorry I made you catch feels, but I guess it turned out for the better. No, it's alright. Just like you, I've always felt a strange attraction from the moment we met. But since you always pushed me away, I began to resent you too. But now I know that I'll always love you. And, no matter what you do or what happens in the future, Hana, it's the same for me. Same. Hashtag same. I'll always love you unconditionally. I feared commitment, but now I wonder if it wasn't just my soul knowing I was making a mistake. But now that I found the right person, now that I found you, I already know I want to stay with you for the rest of my life. Oh, he kind of leans in and kisses me. Sweetly, tenderly, our lips meet as a cool breeze begins blowing through the trees. Is that you, Haruka? Are you wing woman-ing us? Yes? Flower petals swirl around us as the sun sets. I feel a sort of serenity, knowing the extent of his feelings and my place in the world, having powers and immortality. It doesn't feel like such a curse anymore. It seems like, with the right person by your side, even things that once seemed tragic can change into serendipity. Of Aeons! Yay! Oh my god, anyways, I still wonder if I actually even got all of his, CGs, because I felt like I was missing 4, and I, really saw the 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, should I skip? Okay, so wait, anyways, regardless, I felt like I feel like I had the rights to skip anyways because I don't think there's anything more to it afterwards. So let's see, hold on, let me just see. See, I am missing shit. Oh my god. Well, at least I got those 2, but what is this? What is this? Holy shit. Anyways, I think it might be something to do with my achievements. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick peek and see if I got everything. If not, then we're gonna have a problem. Okay, so I just checked, and apparently I am missing 3 achievements. What is this? What? Oh, nope. I didn't want that. I'm getting emotional. Wait, what did I do wrong? Hold on. What is going on here? So, epilogue. Oh, mystic ending. Oh yeah, okay. Oh my god, I have such short-term memory. Jesus Christ. Anyways, mystic ending. Here we go. But wait, what? Wait, no. Wait, that was his mystic ending. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Was there a choice I was missing? I mean, the only choice I didn't make was in the mystic end where it's we don't want to go into the hot spring. Okay, maybe we should just do that. I mean, there's nothing else I could think of right now that is possibly that can lead to that. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Here we are at the choice, so let's just say forget about it. Forget about the hot spring. It's okay then, just forget it. Yeah, are you sure? We could go and get you a swimsuit? No, it's fine. But that would make it so that you have to go out into the cold again. I could go alone. No. But you're exhausted and cold too. Let's just cuddle. Come on. It's fine, you should just go alone. I'll just turn the heater up or use magic or something. Magic takes energy and I don't want to leave you alone. I came here to spend time with you. Right? Alright, that's it. I grab Hikaru's arm, refusing to look up at him. This is ridiculous. We're a couple and I trust you. Just don't look, okay? Oh, we go anyways? Just don't. You don't have to force yourself, you know. Shut up. This is my decision. I want you to enjoy the hot springs. Let's go. Oh, we go. With that, I push Hikaru out the door before following right after him. Oh, so we hit the hot springs anyway. So, what did I do wrong? Okay, so like, guys, there is this thing that's called like, what's it called? Like, what am I missing? Because basically the three achievements that I'm missing as of now is essentially this thing where it's like I clear everything, which is like I don't understand how I didn't. Like what am I missing? What's going on? Like, do I have to make every single choice as possible? Like, is that it? Oh my god. And then there's also another one where it's like clear the chaos ending, which is like, what the hell does that even mean? Like, I don't. Oh god. Anyways. You're getting me. Okay, you guys, I just discovered that the 2 of the achievements is in the deluxe version of Mystic Destiny Serendipity of Aeons. So yeah, there's that, and then I don't know about the last one, which is basically completing all main story, epilogues, and like endings and shit like that, which I thought I did, but I didn't get it. So like, I'm just a little upset and kind of salty. But anyways, I think I'm gonna end this episode here in terms of that. If anything, because the 2 other achievements are in connection with the deluxe edition, I might as well just do that at some point in my life. At some point during like this my LPs and stuff like that, I will get those achievements, as well as I will try to go about getting the last of the achievements as well, and possibly try to figure out what missing CG I have for Hikaru, which might as well again be in the deluxe edition. So anyway, yeah, some Mystic Destinies, Serendipity of Aeons. Oh my god, it was cute. I think it wrapped up nicely in terms of Hikaru's story and like kind of the dust is settling kind of shit. And we tied up loose ends in terms of how Galen was able to, you know, bring Tokyo back, and it did. And in terms of like how he did it was that, you know, he just a little tinkered with the timeline. That's it. So yeah, it was like a lot simpler than I initially thought it was. So anyways, yeah, so again, I think I feel the same way as I did in terms of story-wise with ranking. So Takumi and Hikaru's storylines are like probably around the same kind of level in terms of which I enjoyed the most. And I think Shinji's is still a really like, okay, you know what? Okay, Hikaru and Shinji are like maybe tied, okay? Like before I definitively was like Shinji is #1 bae, but this time around I feel like Hikaru's like he's kind of nudging his way up to a little bit to the top, because I really like his little cute uncertainty in terms of, you know, wanting to, you know, make decide what's best for us kind of way, where he's like he doesn't want to overshoot his boundary. He doesn't know what's right, he doesn't know what's wrong, and he doesn't want to make us uncomfortable, and he just wants us to be happy. And I'm just like, oh, you're so cute, you know, kind of thing. And it's like, you know, it's cute. But yeah, anyways, I still really like Shinji's flirty ways. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like I love his flirty and like really straightforward manner, and his upright kind of way of flirting with us. And yeah, I'm just charmed by that for whatever reason. Like, it happens in fictional games, but in real life I'm just like, oh no, go away. Anyways, yeah, but I guess we won't be this won't be the last that you'll see of Mystic Destinies on my channel in regards to the whole deluxe edition. And apparently there's like a point of view that we can enter, like we can do Hikaru's point of view or some shit like that, or even like the other guy's point of view. I didn't read too much into it, but apparently if that's a thing, then like that's another thing that I can explore and like go through and do a let's play episode on in terms of this franchise. But for now, I will leave it here, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. on wrapping up on Hikaru's route and story. And until then, you guys, I will see you next time in whatever Let's Play that I may choose or you are following, or this may well be the same franchise. But until then, you guys, bye!